A warm autumn evening bathed the garden in a soft golden light. Leaves gently drifted to the ground, rustling underfoot. On a wooden bench beneath the old pear tree sat John and Margaret, married for over 50 years. At their feet, on a cozy blanket, sat their 3 grandchildren, listening eagerly. "Grandma, how did you and Grandpa meet?" asked little Lily, hugging her doll. Margaret smiled and glanced at John. He smiled back, and that familiar spark lit up his eyes, the same one that had stolen her heart so long ago. "It was back in 1967, John began. "I was working at the factory, and your grandma worked at the library across the street." "I noticed him before he ever spoke to me," Margaret added. "Every day he'd walk by with the same book in his hand, pretending to read it. I knew he wasn't actually reading. It was all to impress me." "Well, I did start reading eventually," John chuckled. "Even memorized a few poems to have something to say." "Imagine this," Margaret said, turning to the kids. "One day he stood right outside the library and recited a poem to me. I remember a wonderful moment, right in front of everyone." "Is that when you fell in love?" asked Tommy, the middle grandchild. "I had fallen in love earlier," Margaret said softly, "but that was the moment I knew it was forever." The children fell silent. Only the breeze and the gentle rustle of leaves could be heard. "We didn't always agree," John added. "We had arguments, hard times, and even doubts. But love, it's not about fairy tales. It's about choice, choosing to stay, to understand, to forgive, to grow together." "And not being afraid to grow old," Margaret said, "because when you're with the one you love, growing old isn't scary." The grandchildren looked at them with a new kind of seriousness. In those wrinkled hands, gently clasped together, there was more strength than in any storybook romance. "Remember this," John said. "Love isn't a spark, it's a fire, and you have to tend to it. But if you find your person, hold on to them, even when it's hard." The old garden stayed silent, warmed by their presence. And deep in the children's hearts, something quietly took root, a belief in true, lasting love.